Hi, today I want to share with you the 10 mistakes I did as a new YouTube beginner. The first mistake is I subscribed to Adobe Creative Cloud All Apps. Actually, I've been subscribing to Adobe Creative Cloud All Apps for around 2 years, but I decided to cancel the subscription because for my YouTube channel, I'm not making any profit yet. So maybe in the future, I could resubscribe back to this service. So I purchased the cracked version from Shopee online and I tested the software and actually is working. I've tested the cracked version and all the functions and plugins which I use are working. For example, Watchtower, Excalibur, and Grave Robber plugins are working, but one plugin, Cinema Grade, is not working. But I seldom use Cinema Grade, so this means I can use this cracked version for my video editing. But if you use the cracked version, all the cloud services, for example, the AI features and upload to the cloud is not working. You just have to be aware of that. But for myself, I seldom use the cloud services, so it's sufficient for my need. If you can't buy the cracked version from Shopee online, you could download using my code Tolan online. After installing the cracked version for around 3 to 4 days, I get a warning pop-up message saying that my Adobe license will be revoked within 5 days. So I asked the seller and the seller asked me to block Adobe access to the internet, and after doing so, I do not get any pop-up message anymore. So this means I can use the cracked version to edit my video for my YouTube channel. The second mistake is using S-Log tool for talking head videos. Actually, I should use non-Xlog 2 picture profile, for example, no picture profile for my talking head videos. Firstly, because not worth the trouble to use Xlog 2 for talking head video. Actually, the video recordings using the Xlog 2 and no picture profile are similar. Moreover, it's not practical to always do color corrections whenever the scene changes, for example, the lighting changes. So that's why it's more practical to use no picture profile for talking head recordings. If you want to use S-Log 2, you should use it outdoors, for example, filming landscape. The third mistake is not using battery for my recording devices. This is because using AC for recording devices will increase the audio noise by a few dB. So that's why it is recommended to use only battery for recording devices to reduce noise. Moreover, it's more portable to only use battery for my recording devices because I no need to attach any wires to the walls. Before filming, you have to charge all the required batteries, and whenever you go outdoors, you should bring your batteries and battery charger. The fourth mistake is that whenever I record using my Atomos Ninja 5, I did not have a backup recording on my camera's SD card. This is because sometimes recording using Atomos Ninja 5 will be unstable, especially using lower quality SSD. For example, I have lost a few recordings because of a lower quality SSD. The fifth mistake is that I did not use templates for my video editing workflow. Using templates can increase efficiency for video editing workflow because some repetitive tasks can be replaced by templates. For example, for Premiere Pro, the color corrections can be replaced by presets. For Photoshop, you could use templates for making YouTube thumbnails. For Adobe Audition, you could use templates for vocal chains. For Media Encoder, you could use video transcoding presets. The sixth mistake is that I did not use the rule of thirds for my shots. The rule of thirds enable me to utilize the screen space, and when I align a subject at one of the intersections, it will be easier for viewers to see the subject. If I use the rule of thirds for my recording, I can avoid reframing my shots during post-production. That's why you need to enable the rule of thirds grid lines on your camera, and to know how to do it, you should refer to your camera's user manual. The seventh mistake is that I did not use my boxes and spare fabric to reduce room echo. If you don't want to spend money on echo reduction products, you could consider using available boxes and spare fabrics to reduce room echo. For my case, using boxes and spare fabric do significantly reduce my room echo. To reduce room echo, you should place your boxes and spare fabric behind your main camera, and don't forget to put some boxes at the corners of your room because room echo is stronger at those corners. The eighth mistake is that I did not use a high capacity fast charging power bank for Atomos Ninja 5. A larger capacity power bank means that I can record longer without recharging the power bank. To use the larger capacity power bank, you need a power bank holder. In other words, you need to build a rig to hold the power bank. The ninth mistake is that I use more than one video lights when I'm recording a talking head footage. Using two video lights not only costs more, but they occupy more space than using one video light. However, using a video light is better than none. Assuming your main camera is in front of you, you should put the video light at your front left. The 10th mistake is that I record a talking head footage with a mono background color. Recording a footage with a mono background color will make bending prominent. To avoid the bending problems, you should select a multicolored background or move the furniture to fill the background. So those are my 10 mistakes. Thanks for watching. I'm Poh-Tai. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe to this channel, write your comments below, and I will see you in the next video.